Hey, Matthew.
Hello.
So we've talked about harsh startups and
Mhm.
how, in a perfect world, we'd all be gentler. We know it's more effective in getting what you want. But I also know that with the couples that we've worked with, we see a lot of pushback on this and a lot of but, or kind of objections to being
Yeah.
soft, you know what I'm saying, softer or gentler. What are you hearing when people struggle with being kinder, gentler, softer with their partner?
The one I get most frequently is my partner won't notice. They
Mm,
only catch me. The only time that they're ever going to be nice to me is if I do it consistently. There's no room for me to be human and to mess up.
mm,
And this is some of the wisdom that comes with this is that you really want, as the person who's making an ask, who's using that softened startup, stating your feelings, describing the issue, saying what you need, to, if your partner goes, well, I've been doing the thing that I've been taking the trash out for the past 3 weeks, and this is the first time that I've messed up. The thing that you want to do as the person that's asking is give appreciations. Be
mm,
like, yes, I've noticed that
mm.
you have been on the ball. It used to be I had to ask every couple weeks about this, but you've been doing it really consistently. I really appreciate that. And as opposed to but, we all
And
want to go to but usually I tell my
leave
clients,
the butts out of it.
leave the buts out of it, because but means ignore everything that just came before.
Here
Right?
comes the criticism.
Here comes the criticism. So instead of doing that, say and. This is valid and this is valid. What you have done, the progress that you have made, is really valid. And the thing that bothers me still bothers me.
Right.
It didn't stop bothering me just because it went down in frequency. Right? And it's a balancing act.
Mm,
Right? If you're the person that's being asked, I know that there is greater sensitivity to when you're starting to make a change. It takes a lot to break old habits, to do new things. And what I get from a lot of my clients is a worry, really afraid I'm not going to be able to ever screw up. The minute I mess up or forget or something gets in the way, my partner's going to go right back to thinking of me as down here.
mm. Like they demand perfection, or I'll never live up to their expectations, or
Yeah.
why even try? They only notice when I do wrong. That those sorts of statements.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
This sense that and this is another one, they will not show me any appreciation because this is what I should have been doing all along. This was my job, this was my chore. The taking out the garbage was my chore.
Yeah.
But what we know, and I know you and I've talked about this, is that positive reinforcement, it works.
Yes.
It gets you the best results. And
Yes.
so as the person who is making the ask for a different behavior from your partner, taking the time out, even when they've just done it, to notice and say, hey, I really appreciate that. I've worked out of the Athens area for a little while. We've got those big, weird Japanese spiders that are called Joro spiders. My partner and I are living in a house, and they sort of make their webs right by our trash cans.
Oh, fun.
Yeah, they're really big. And she looked at me the other day, or a few months ago, as a matter of fact, and said, saw the first one coming back out and was like, just so you know, you're the one taking out the garbage until November, when it gets cold enough. And I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that's what I'm doing. But what I will regularly get is, hey, thanks for saving me from the spiders.
That's awesome. I love it.
And that's really nice. It's a really nice reminder that my contribution is seen. And I walk away feeling really good and honestly perfectly motivated to continue to do this, because I get it. Like I am understood.
Yeah.
And I think that's what a lot of us are looking for. We really want to know in our relationships with the people that we love, our intimate partners, that if we make changes, if we take their influence, that they will see it, they'll appreciate it, they'll understand, the difficulty that it can be for us, and, let us know.
You're on point, Matthew. You're totally right. We need to feel like, even in a world where maybe we don't matter to most of the world, that to this one person, to my partner, that I do matter, and that they see even the small things that I do just to make them happy, or to, contribute to the household, or to make them smile, right? Taking out the garbage is seemingly unimportant, but if it matters to your partner, and they see that, it just feels so good. So wonderful advice today from you, Matthew. Positive reinforcement, as we know, it sounds easy. It's a hard habit to build sometimes, especially if that wasn't modeled to you as a child, or if it just doesn't come naturally to you personality wise. But we can all change this. It is most effective. It does make a happy and a healthy relationship to start scanning the environment for what your partner's doing right, and to really appreciate, even in the midst of a complaint. Like, even if, I need you to take the garbage out today, please. Or I'm frustrated with you for forgetting. The spiders are still out there, Matthew, right? I want you to take the garbage out. And thank you. You really have been so helpful, so wonderful. You can be both appreciative and still bring up some of these complaints in a gentle way. So thank you again, Matthew.
Thanks.